Hello, everyone, and welcome to the basement of La Penta. Matt Lasella, Martino Puccio here with you. Okay, so we're basically a brand new thing that we thought of last week, where we're going to do a preview for all 30 NBA teams this season, right before the season starts, which is in a few days, less than 2 weeks now.
25th, 1 week. Exactly 1 week from today.
It is exactly 1 week from today?
25th is opening night.
Perfect. We hope to get all the previews out before then. We're going to try and keep it compact, 2 to 4 minutes per each team, talk about their additions, their losses, how they did last season, what they're expected to do this year, starting fives, all that kind of stuff, and what the outlook is for them in the future. So we're going to start off we're going to do this alphabetically. So we're going to start off with the Atlanta Hawks. Last season they were second round exit. They lost to the Toronto Raptors. No, they didn't.
No, they lost.
They lost to Cleveland. Sorry, Cleveland. They beat the Boston Celtics in the first round. A change up in the front court. They lose Al Horford. They make the big trade with Indiana. Get rid of Jeff Teague. Acquire George Hill. Jarrett Jack's another player. Actually, George Hill went to Utah. Excuse me.
Right.
Jarrett Jack also acquired Dwight Howard, coming back home. I think he's from the Atlanta area,
yes,
right?
He is.
I believe. Drafted DeAndre Bembry, pretty good pick actually. There's Chris Humphries there. Dennis Schroeder takes over at point guard. So, do you think they made the right move? Quickly, if you can, did you think they made the right move in going forward in the future with Dennis Schroeder as opposed to Jeff Teague?
Yeah, I think so. I think they just, you want to go a little younger in the backcourt. I think Schroeder showed a lot of promise the last couple of years, and I think if it was a year before, he wouldn't have been ready. But I think he's learned under Teague.
He's got experience now. They've been in the playoffs a couple times. He's been really compared to Rondo, but I think that's a little bit of an unfair comparison because I think people forget on how good Rondo actually was and how he used to lead the league in assists.
Right.
But
I think having Jarrett Jack is big too because he doesn't have to play that many minutes.
He's a good veteran. He was a really good backup when he was back in
six-man
Golden
type.
State.
They can start him if they need to.
Some games. He is coming off an ACL injury, so it'll be a little bit difficult for them.
He's also 32.
Yeah. Paul Millsap and Dwight Howard is a pretty nice combo down there. I'm not too sold that Howard was the better option than Al Horford. I thought
Horford probably fits them.
Horford is a better stretch. Howard's got to stay down low, but he's really got to prove that he's durable enough for this contract to pay off, in my opinion. They did go the cheaper route anyways with not keeping Teague because Teague would have cost them more money in the long term. Outlook for the season, they're not going to be as good as they were last year, in my opinion.
No.
I still, as good as a player as Dennis Schroeder is, he's not better than Jeff Teague.
Hang around 6 to 8 probably. That's what
I have him. I had him as a 6 to 8 seed towards the back end over there. I think that like last year, there's going to be a lot of duking out between those final spots. I think the East as a whole is really improved and it's a lot better with teams like Boston and Indiana, and Toronto's still going to be there. I think the only real team that made the playoffs, the two teams that made the playoffs last year that are going to drop off are Charlotte and Miami, in my opinion.
Right.
But we'll get to them later. So that's the outlook for the Atlanta Hawks. Should be making the playoffs again, depending on where they fall in that 6 to 8 range. They probably will be a first-round exit.
Yeah, I don't see them having a bad year. I think they'll be consistently just okay all year. Hang a little bit above 500, beat the teams they're supposed to beat. And that's
sometimes that could be dangerous, though.
Of course.
Because you never want to become a treadmill team and just be in the middle of the pack and not really have any picks to work off of, and then say Howard his back problem persists and Paul Millsap leaves.
That's kind of sort of where they've been as a franchise their whole existence.
I mean, they plateaued when they had the Joe Johnson era, and now they kind of plateaued with the Jeff Teague era, and now they're moving into the Dennis Schroeder era. I mean, Mike Budenholzer is a really good coach, but we'll see what happens there. So that's our update for the Atlanta Hawks. Next up is going to be the Boston Celtics back after this.